Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fancy Sip Review. And today, the Fancy Sipper is going to be your barista, and together we're going to be trying the original flavor in the Dunkin' Spiked lineup. This lineup is going to be essentially a canned version of an Irish coffee with flavoring like Bailey's and Kahlua. However, they're going to be using the popular donut and coffee brand Dunkin Donuts to try selling these drinks. Will this drink be tasty? Well, according to reviews online, this is not the tastiest drink and it's kind of oily and artificial, but the fancy sipper will be giving you his opinion on this drink. And one thing of note with this drink is there actually is caffeine in this at 30 milligrams. So it's not going to be as strong as a coffee, but it will have some caffeine in it. And it's obviously not going to be anything like a Four Loco, which is long gone. But this drink is going to be a coffee drink, at least in the sense that it will give you some energy. And let's see what is in this drink, honestly, to see what the actual ingredients are that are the flavoring. I don't think that this drink will use any dairy in it, but we'll find out. If I can actually find out, because I'm not finding any information. Oh, here we go. It's under the SKU. Premium malt beverage with real coffee, natural flavor, and artificial coloring. It doesn't say America runs on Dunkin', but this drink is going to be 6% alcohol, so it will be a little stronger than your normal beer. Tells you not to drink this if you're pregnant, and yeah, it's just a malt beverage. This is also made by American Spiked Beverages in Rochester, New York, as well as Puerto Rico, and it says do not litter. So I'm going to move this out of the way. But first thing of note is there's going to be 4 flavors in this. I will be reviewing all 4 flavors. The original I'll be having today. There's a caramel flavor, a mocha flavor, and a vanilla flavor. I'll also make a video where I try all 4 of them at the same time and tell you which one is the best and which one is the worst. But let's see this can real quick. I'll show this off to you. It says Dunkin' Spiked original iced coffee. It has the Dunkin' Donuts coloring on it. There's no person running or anything like that. It says you have to be 21. It says that you should also shake this can. I don't know why, if there's no dairy in this. But let's follow the instructions so I can give an honest review of this drink, as this is how they want it to be served. Sure hope this doesn't explode. So here we go. I'm going to be pouring the Dunkin' Spiked original iced coffee. One thing of note before I even go into the review of the nose of the drink is how strong it smells. It kind of smells like sewage in a way, like a chocolatey sewage. Like it doesn't smell good. It smells like a bathroom, which is not the best first impression of the Dunkin' Spiked. A lot of the people online have said that this drink is not the best alcoholic beverage. And I was also kind of concerned when I saw a 12 pack of this being sold for $12. Not only discontinued, but that's the just the price point of this. So this is what the drink looks like. It has a very dark bottom with a little bit of a lighter brown up at the top with a lot of head to the drink. There is again going to be no uh, cream or anything like that. On the legs of this drink, there is a lot of stuff sticking to the end of my glass. And let's get into the nose. It smells really bad. It smells like a like the Beastie Boys when they said the pumping out doo doo, or you think it's chocolate milk but it's watered down yoo-hoo. Yeah, that was it. You got that bumping system, but it's pumping out doo doo. You think it's chocolate milk, but it's watered down yoo-hoo. That's what this is. You would think that this would smell like a tasty coffee drink, but it isn't. What's also weird is that this is going to be the original flavor, not a chocolate flavor, but I am getting a chocolatey smell to it. What I'll say that this kind of reminds me of, which I'll probably use this joke again in the mocha flavor. This reminds me of the Whitest Kids You Know skit where Trevor's mom dies and then he goes crazy and he pours chocolate syrup into a malt liquor bottle and starts drinking it. That's kind of what I assume that that would taste like, or at least smell like. It smells very strong. You're getting a lot of the malted flavoring smell while also getting a weird coffee smell, very artificial. So, with all of that, let's actually give this a taste. It can't possibly taste as bad as it smells. So, on the front end, you are getting bombarded with a lot of artificial sweetener. I will say the artificial sweetener is kind of like if you were to be a child and not want to drink coffee. So you loaded a bunch of sugar packets into the coffees to make it drinkable. However, you also had diabetes, so instead of using actual sugar packets, you use like Splenda. It kind of has that taste, and it also does taste kind of oily. The flavor of it isn't really the worst thing ever. I mean, I've drinking a lot of garbage in my life, so to say that this is the worst drink ever would be hyperbole. It's not the best drink ever. This kind of just tastes like if you were to go to a casino and you were to not want to buy drinks, so you went to your car and then just got a free coffee and just poured like vodka into it. It kind of tastes like that, honestly. It's not the best taste ever, but this is kind of a drink that I would think that at $12 a derelict or some kind of homeless person would enjoy. Because with that 30 milligrams of caffeine, it's not really going to keep you up, but it's a little bit of something. And yeah, on the base notes, it's very sweet. It does have that coffee taste to it. Let's give this one more try before I go into the complexity of the drink. Once the front end notes go away and the sweetness kicks in, it's pretty strong. I will say that you don't really taste the alcohol in this at all, which is pretty good. At 6% alcohol, that's also kind of surprising. This is stronger than a lot of normal beers, and it doesn't taste like a Hershey. It doesn't taste like a Tootsie Roll. It again literally just tastes like if you were to pour like a liquor drink into a cheap coffee that you got at a casino, and for some reason it had a little bit of sweetness in it. I don't know what the sweetness is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be an artificial sweetener like a Splenda or an aspartame type drink? Let's actually drink this a little bit faster. And honestly, let's kill this drink. Let's see how this tastes. I don't want to just savor this drink. This isn't the kind of drink that you would want to savor. It's not very good. It's not as bad as the reviews of it say it is. I mean, it's not a good drink, but I think it's selling this at $12. They don't think that it's a good drink. I am honestly surprised that Dunkin Donuts did put their name on this drink. If this were to be sold at a liquor store and this would be called like a Bailey's or a Kahlua drink, I think that it would make more sense. I think that with all of the negative reviews of this drink, it honestly just makes Dunkin' Donuts look bad. But what I will say about the original flavor again is it just tastes like if you were to have poured like a cheap alcohol into a like a 8 ounce paper cup and then put a bunch of Splend in it. Uh, I got a little bit of a gassy smell to it on the end of this. But I don't think that this is the worst drink. If I were to give a review of this drink, I think that would give this a 7 out of 10, honestly. 6% alcohol. It's relatively strong. The flavoring of this isn't that terrible. I think a lot of people have incredibly high expectations out of garbage. Never made any sense to me. This is an alcoholic coffee drink that I bought a 12 pack of this for $12. I wasn't expecting this to be tasty, but the alcohol isn't really that visible in the drink. It tastes honestly relatively sweet. And as a person who prefers drinking artificially sweetened drinks with like zero sugar stuff like that inositol or sucralose more so than high fructose corn syrup, doesn't really bother me in any way. I don't think that this has anything on this about the nutrition facts of this. Just says you have to be 21. They didn't really put any effort into this drink. But yeah, I think like a 7 out of 10. I don't think that this is the worst drink. I would probably honestly buy this over something like a White Claw. I don't know. This tastes kind of more in lines of what a flavored malt beverage should be. To me, I do like the Alloy series of Steel Reserve. Four Loco absolutely kills my stomach, but that's like 14%. I think the Alloy series is 8%. This is much more drinkable than the Alloy series, but it's not a good drink. Honestly, me reviewing this, giving this a 7, just means that I gave too high of a review to the Steel Reserve Alloy series. But I've been the Fancy Sipper. Thank you so much for watching this video. Reminder, I am going to be reviewing all of these flavors. Not only am I going to be doing that, I think I'm going to be making a video where I just get drunk and just review them all within one video and then tell you which one is the best, second best, third best, and the worst. But yeah, the Dunkin' Spiked original flavor, not as bad as I expected it to be, especially with all the negative Nancys on Reddit who were trying to earn updoots by saying that it's gross and whoever is the funniest thing. It's not that bad, but again, thank you so much for watching this video, and cheers. Clink. I also got a new microphone, obviously. I have to learn how to use this. It's been pretty difficult, and I don't have a stand, so don't judge me too hard. Bye.